Okay, happy Monday. Here to make a simple trade recap video, mostly for my friends over here in the mentorship. As you can probably see, the mentor chat. Look, we're gonna talk about today's video again, support and resistance, right? So this is a video for them. Whoever this helps. I mean, not gonna show my mentorship clips, my videos that's recorded specifically just for these people. It's about 41 people over here. So, anyways, let's talk about it. So, walking in today's pre-market, I mean, actually probably better to just show this chart. So what I really wanted to ask these guys, I was like, I posted my chart. Here it is. Obviously had a buy at the blue line at the bottom, had a sell right there at reversal. Well, that was a reversal play I ended up chasing, and I told these guys, hey, so this was my chart. Can anyone briefly explain why I have those two levels marked and why I may want to see reactions around those zones, right? No wrong answers. I just generally want them to, just talk about it. I want to hear them talk about it. And I really, really, really want to see, regardless of strategy, this is most definitely one of the most effective ways to day trade, right? If in futures, forex, it does not matter. A lot of people are like, that's more prone to forex. People treat forex and futures like it's a huge different industry. No. It's just two types of industries that you can do the same exact things in, right? Whether that's commodities, trade gold, silver, oil, indices. Of course, with forex, you're allowed to legally trade CFDs. Majority of brokers are transparent about that. Some brokers say, they cut their leverage and they don't allow hedging. In other words, then CFDs is not it's restricted. In other words, it's not allowed. But anyways, people are talking about top level looks like a clear resistance, bottom looks like a support. That's clear. Support, we want to see a bounce. Resistance, we want to see a dump, right? We want to see a sell, we want to see a rejection. So when I saw a rejection, again, we'll talk about this in a bigger picture, but when I saw a rejection on the blue line, of course, by the time I entered, it was like 11 points, kind of in a chase of a sell, but nonetheless, I only got 2 points, 3 points in drawdown. Really was not sweating about it because I knew when you're trying to chase a trade, you should expect how much points, you're chasing it plus your stop loss. So basically, my stop loss probably would have been, again, just below the bottom, right where my magnifier is. So it would have been 984 plus whatever basically the distance is just to hit that. So that could have been easy 15, 20, 30 points. I mean, we can talk about it on the bigger picture, sorry. So again, I want to hear everybody. They're still talking, right? So I actually really like this guy. Like if it bounces off from resistance. So that's exactly how I trade. A lot of people are like, I don't understand your entry. Well, it doesn't really get more or any more simpler than this, right? So I like to have my chart small, and again, my MacBook is heating up over here. This piece of shit M4 Air. So I take my draw, right? Now it's important to always understand which charts you preferably trade, what time frame you trade. So of course we trade the 15-minute. I do like the black bull, but I think the traded charts is honestly the best way to go. It's a lot more detailed, attention to detail, right? So again, I talk about the difference of charts in the first mentorship video. That's just the part that got deleted before I could finish recording it. Anyways, we had this, right? So we came up, came back down, came up, came down, came up, came down, and then we were trying to curl its way back up, came down, came up, came down, came up. Now we want to see it basically hold somewhere over here. I did not realize that. I honestly thought we would be holding down here, but nonetheless, look at what had happened. Again, pre-market, right? So this candle right now, that last green candle that my cursor used to be on, was from 6 to 6:15. Now we want to see something from 6:15 to 6:30 or at 6:30. Again, New York market opening is at 6:30 a.m. PST, right? So look, she of course came really close. Again, we did have a little dip over here, back up, came back down, we curled back away. Yes, we wanted to basically see something over here, right? You look to the left, you can see that we came down, came up, came down, we came up. So you can see that there's something here too. something over here too. Right now it gets a little bit tricky when you see this, because then that basically means we're seeing something like that, but then the double top is right on top. So in many cases it does get tricky. In many cases, this is why you have to consider the type of charts that you use. And if you're using futures, again, we talk about this in the mentorship, right? But only few small handful of people will actually hear it. And if you want to be part of that group, I mean, those videos are gonna be link only, so they're gonna be private. You can view it only via link. If you want to be part of that mentorship, please add me at Discord, or leave a YouTube video, comment on my YouTube video, asking for mentorship or something like, let me join, or I want to join, something like that, and I'll shoot you the text if you qualify. I'm not gonna let anybody and just everybody in. Of course, it's confidential, private information. I work for the Federal Reserve, right? So look, my Discord is daytrader103. Shoot me, add me as a friend, shoot me a DM. I got you, right? Of course, if you seem fit. If I add everybody, nobody's gonna learn, and everybody, just because I'm not charging, everybody's like, you get what you pay for. Well, that's not true. I don't believe that. That's how you fall into being a consumer rather than an entrepreneur. So, we, of course, being bullish was expected. I just, again, did not think that we could hold support over there. I thought we could hold support down here, but nonetheless, when we came up, saw these wicks, and it was kind of like brushing over here, wick down, and then when we came down, we closed back up, and we came back up. So I'm like, there is something over here. Look to the left, came over here, look over here, there's something over here as well. So if we just clear all that out, just so it's clear, I did want to see basically right there. I wanted to see it hold. So we're just gonna make this simple. I'm not gonna show my stop loss. That's literally, stop loss would definitely be like a 20 to 30 minute video itself. That shows a little bit more in depth of how to trade and how to read candles. But when you can't understand how to read candles to begin with, of course you're not gonna understand where you have to place your stop loss. So anyways, look, it wicked it. Literally, it meant what my resistance was at 990. It says the high for this candle was 993 on the top left. Look, say whatever you want to say, it fucking wicked it. I got it. My entry, though, I want to see it retrace and react. I want to see it basically dump a little before. She immediately came down here, and then I had no option but just to click sell. Actually, it was more like right there. So, and over here it says a huge difference, but on my broker it was just a mere 11 to 13 points of a chase, and that's immediately when she came down here, and that's when I just took profit, because I was scared of it basically holding support again right there. So yeah, peace, love, and cheers. Thank you.